What's going on, everyone, and welcome again to Stateside Footy. It is Monday, and that means it is time for our weekly segment, Yanks Abroad, where we cover every member of the U.S. men's national team that plays overseas. We will highlight some domestic as well, too. But before we get into it, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe buttons, if you will. I'd appreciate it. But go ahead and also share this on social media amongst your friends so we can grow this channel out. We're actually growing it quite substantially for it being around as long as it has. So we thank those who have already done so. And then, of course, the bigger we get, the more cool stuff we're going to be able to do as far as, subscriber shows, things like that. So all good stuff. By the way, this was a phenomenal week. Absolutely phenomenal for U.S. men's national team players abroad. I can't remember the last time we had this great of a weekend all the way around. And of course, I would be remiss if I didn't talk a little bit about my Tottenham Hotspur. Yes, I understand, not USMNT related. I get it. But they go to Old Trafford. And lay an absolute ass whooping on Manchester United. Those Red Devils had no idea what was coming at them. 2 minutes and 30 seconds in, 2.5 minutes in, Brendan Johnson scores. It was all set up by Mikey Van de Ven, who intercepts a pass, races it all the way down, and then unleashes a little hot little cracker across the 6-yard box, and Brendan Johnson just clears it home. Bruno Fernandes gets sent off. Oh, it was beautiful. Tottenham scores twice in the second half. Dominic Solanke scores again. That makes 3-3. Brendan Johnson, that's 2-2. Brendan Johnson scored 3-3. It's been absolutely just brilliant. And Tottenham picks up three massive points, and obviously gets the statement on the road. It was beautiful. But enough about my love for the Tottenham Hotspur. Let's get right into it. And today we start in Italy because Christian Pulisic scored again. God damn it. That is actually 4-4 for Christian in a 3-0 win against Lecce. I had him rated at a 7.6. He was that good. Obviously scored the goal. Played 63 minutes, 28 passes, 34 touches. And he had 2 corners as well, too. He was absolutely brilliant. What's there left to say about him? He's absolutely red hot right now. He's in form, and this is the perfect timing as well, too. Right? We're coming up on another international window. This is going to be Pochettino's first. Of course, this is exactly what you want coming into an international window, especially with Mexico on the horizon. You want your best player being absolutely red hot for this one. And I'm super excited for it. And congratulations, Christian. You were absolutely a man on fire. Turning to his teammate, Yunus Musa, only played 27 minutes in this one. I had him at a 6.3. It was decent, not terrible. But, the problem with Musa, he doesn't have a regular spot there with AC Milan. And it's starting to get a little concerning. Yes, he's playing, but he's not necessarily playing at a high level. 23 of 24 passes, 29 touches, 7 passes into the final third. So he was doing the things that you need him to do. Okay, great, but he's not necessarily goal dangerous. It is what it is. Turning to Juventus, who had a 3-0 win over Genoa. Winston McKennie played 62 minutes of this one. I had him rated out at a 7.1. 32 of 34 passes, 42 touches, 3 passes into the final third, and 3 of 5 McGrandules won. And again, when Weston made his debut a couple of weeks back in the Champions League, it was great. He got a goal in it. It was it was everything you wanted to see in that. Then, he's followed up with 2 starts here. It's okay. The most important thing is that he's getting starts. And I think, when you bring in everything into totality, exactly what went on with him this summer, with Juventus telling him to kick rocks, and he was like, no, I'm staying. It is what it is. And that whole drama, getting back into the team, and then, all of that stuff. It's nice to see that he has finally started. And this is good because now you're going to get some minutes behind them. Again, this comes at a very good time, especially with the national team. Just same with, Christian. It's nice. He's going to be a very big member of this. And this is very good timing. His teammate, though, Timothy Weah, did not play. Turns out he's got an ankle injury. And this comes after the last go round where he was injured. Not good. And it's going to be interesting to see how Pochettino is going to pick this roster coming up. By the way, that should drop later on this week, and of course, I'll be all over it. It's going to be like, that was the one thing that I was actually looking forward to, right? I like the idea of Timothy Weah stretching defenses, playing balls over the top, and having the wherewithal to play that, and seeing exactly what Weah is going to be able to do. This is just kind of this. This is a bummer, man. We're not necessarily going to have that top end speed, but wish him well. Turning to Gianluca Busio, who obviously plays for Venezia. They lost 2-1 to Roma, but here's the thing. He literally was their best player on the field in this one. It sucks to highlight guys and losing efforts, but that being said, sometimes there are diamonds, even in losses, and Gianluca Busio, to me, was their best player on that field. I rated him out at a 7.0, played the entire 90, had 3 shots, 2, he had 2 chance creations. One of them was right off the post. As a matter of fact, it was a nice 1-2 inside the box, and Busio put one up on it, and it was unlucky. The interesting thing about it is they ended up scoring on that possession. As soon as the ball caroms off the post, it drops down, pings to the outside, and their striker buries it for the 1-0 lead. He was 13 of 18. Passing 34 touches, obviously 3 of those touches in the box. Gianluca Busio has come back. He has looked absolutely brilliant to the point where he has to be in this upcoming camp. There's no doubt about it. Gianluca Busio has playing. Excuse me. He's playing good. He's playing at a high level. And I think it's now time to see what this young man looks like in camp. 100%. What he looks like in the national team fold with the rest of the players there. 100%. Let's go to England now. And of course, we start with Jedi Robinson, who, Fulham obviously had a 1-0 victory over Nottingham Forest. He played the full 90, 2 shots, 42 of 46 passes, 66 touches, 8 passes into the final third, 3 of 5 ground duels. He was awesome. Every single week, every week, he gives you everything. He's absolutely brilliant. If you told me, name the 2 best players for the U.S. men's national team, obviously Christian Pulisic, number 1, number 2, it's Anthony Robinson. This dude is absolutely brilliant. Just his ability to track up on overlapping runs and then tracking back and getting in position, defensively. He's not somebody that you can play around. He's good, man. He's so good. And every single week, watching. That's the thing. It's like watching Fulham, and then you see exactly the chemistry that team has. Right now, Fulham is a fun team to watch. Chris Richards did not play, hamstring injury. It's unfortunate because he was starting to play a lot better, considering how the season started. So it's unfortunate. And of course, the U.S. men's national team has center back issues. So it's going to be interesting to see this one. Josh Sargent had a good week again. This time in a 3-2 win over Derby County. I had him rated out at 8.4. He played the majority of this one, 2 assists on 2 shots. His buddy Borja Sainz, and then I think ended up with 3. I think he ended up having the hat trick, but 16 of 20 passes, 36 touches. And this is the thing. I know everybody is excited because Balogun, I think he scored again. Yeah, as a matter of fact, he did. I think this makes 2 and 2. And this is exactly what you wanted to see, because obviously strikers are the just like goalkeepers rely on confidence. And the more confidence they have, the better that they play. And I'm just hoping that this does not impede Josh Sargent, because he has been the best striker this pool has for this season, at least. He is the best striker we have right now, not just in terms of goals, but also his distribution. He is willing to settle. He is willing to settle for assists, to set up his teammates in order for them to score goals. And as long as the team wins, this dude is just a beauty, man. But also in just the way that he plays. And again, and I'll say it into the one thing that the reason why Ballo, I believe, was not a good fit for the U.S. just because of Greg Berhalter's system. He just didn't fit it. And he had moments, but overall the consistency was not there. And then when you figure in his club situation with Monaco, last year did not go well. This year did not start off well. There was a form issue. When you think of Mauricio Pochettino's system and what he asks from his strikers, the hold up play up top, the ability to track back, to take a touch, keep possession, and then move back up, but also being able to distribute. That's what Pochettino likes. Josh Sargent is that guy, and again, he was on full display this week against Derby County. 2 assists, 2 shots, 16 to 20 passes, 36 touches. Dude was brilliant. Brendan Aronson Leeds beat Coventry 3-0. I had him rated at 7.3, 23 of 28 passes, 59 touches, 4 in the box, 5 corners, 8 of 17 ground duels. He was solid. Brendan solid, and the evolution of Brendan Aronson continues. I don't think there's any doubt that as the season progresses, you're going to see some crazy numbers from Brendan Aronson. Speaking of the losing side of this one, Haji Wright for Coventry played 29 minutes, and I don't know if this is a form issue. I don't know what is going on with Haji. Rated him out at a 5.9. He was decent passing, 11, 17 touches. Just was not, didn't do much by way of the attack. And, that being said, it could also be Leeds defense. But that being said, Haji, the interesting thing is, when you listen to a lot of other pundits, sometimes they talk about him as a target 9. Coventry uses him as a winger. He hasn't scored since late August. I think he's had a brace. Yeah, but it was late August, and it was a brace. But he hasn't scored since then. Haji, I like the idea of Haji on the left wing. I really do, and I think he plays it well. His movement, his lateral movement, side to side, his ability to cut in, get off shots, it's quite nice. And in Pochettino's system, I'm somewhat convinced that Christian Pulisic will be on the right with Haji Wright on the left. Makes a lot of sense. But that being said, though, it's all about form. And does Pochettino leave some guys back for them to be able to regain their form? We'll find out. Aiden Morris in Middlesbrough, they beat Stoke 2-0. I rated him out at a 7.2. I thought he was brilliant. 90 minutes. He was able to manage 2 shots on goal in this one as well, too. 58 of 62 passes, 76 touches, 6 passes into the final third. He was 3 of 5 on ground duels. He was nice. Aiden Morris has just adapted so beautifully to the championship. It's absolutely fantastic. And we'll finish off here with Gaga Slonina. His Barnsley drew with Stockport County 1-1. Played the full 90, of course. I rated him out at the 7.3. I thought he was pretty good, man. 5 saves. One of those saves came in the box, 48 touches, 9 recoveries. And of course, he had the double save when he was playing far out of the 6-yard box. And that's what I like about him, man. This dude is not afraid, man. He literally shows no fear. Now maybe that's the immaturity because he's only like 20 years old. But for me, that's playing the position without any fear and being that confident in your ability. And then you saw it on the double save there. A lot of people kind of were just like, ooh. And I was sitting there just clapping like, it's impressive, man. It's impressive. And I was very happy to see it. And slowly, and I understand that Gaga, that they had a rough little patch there, man. There's no doubt about it. To lose, I think it was on September 14th, they lost, Barnsley lost 3-0 to Stockport. And he did, that was the third game of a 3-game stretch where his ratings were an 8, a 7, and then it goes 5.2. And then of course the Manchester United game where you can't, in a Carabao Cup match against, against me, like you can't hold that against him. I think there was only one shot that he took a bad approach to, but then on September 21st against Burton Albion, he was a lot better in a 2-1 loss, and now against Stockport County, one of the better teams in League One, he's rebounded quite nicely. So very good, Gaga. And now all of a sudden that little spell, I think he's over it. And it looks like, he's going to get back to, being the best young keeper in the pool. Let's go to France now. And, I mentioned him before, but Valerian Balogun with AS Monaco, they beat Montpellier 2-1. He played the full 90. I rated him at an 8.2. He was good, man. He had 1 goal on 4 chances created. 39 touches, 12 in the Oppo box, 11 of 16 passes. He was good. And now this makes it again. Second straight game where he scored a goal. And again, goals are contagious, man. It's all about momentum, and it's all about confidence. And I'm glad this is good for a USMNT's sake, because right now the 9, just like goalkeeper, is kind of shaky. I know a lot of people just assume it's going to be Ballo, but that being said, the best thing for him is competition, and knowing that there is a Josh Sargent nipping at his heels. This is good for everybody else. And same thing with Sargent, knowing that Pepe is behind him 100%. So it's always good to see. Ballo scoring. It's always you know what I mean? Like it's only good for this team. How about Mark McKenzie? Losers against Olympique Lyon for Toulouse. They lost 2-1. I rated him out at a 6.6. I didn't think he was all that great in this one. He did play a full 90, 25 to 30 passes, 44 touches. He had 3 passes into the final third, 2 of 3 tackles. I think he had 2 clearances, but I mean, for the most part, he was okay. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't horrific and it wasn't terrible. It was somewhere right in the middle. That sounds about right. On the other end of it, Cam Testman made his first start for Olympique Lyon. Played 67 minutes, rated him out at around a 6.8, 32 of 36 passes, 46 touches, 8 passes into the final third, 5 recoveries, 3 of 6 ground duels. I thought overall for the fact that it was his first start, yeah, okay. There's a lot to improve on there, but I was just happy that Tanner has worked himself into into a starting position. Now it's going to be interesting to see what happens after this, because there was a little nervousness there in the first half of that one, but there's a lot to take from it. There's a lot to add to it, and again, considering that this position with the national team CDM, and it's wide open, and this is exactly the timing of this is absolutely perfect. Caleb Wiley did not play for Strasbourg, knee injury. It is what it is. Let's go to the Netherlands now. And of course, the 3 U.S. men's national team players that play for PSV Eindhoven. Ricardo Pepi did play. Played very well in it was a 2-1 win over Willem 2. He played a full 90, 2 goals. He had the brace. It was excellent on 4 shots, 22 of 27 passes, 45 touches, 6 in the box. I rated him out at an 8.8, and this is great because you've got to take advantage of the minutes when you can get him. Obviously, he's playing behind Luc de Jong, captain. He's very good, So these are the rare starts where Ricardo gets to go out there and play the full 90, and it's nice to see him take advantage of it. This is an interesting one because clearly Ricardo can play at this level, and it just breaks your heart because that. When you're playing behind something like that, you're only getting like maybe 10 minutes, maybe. And so there's not really a lot of time for you to go out there and do that, outside of the occasional KNVB Cup match, or, when you have 2 games in 2 games in 4 days. And so you want to rest Luke. But congratulations to him. It was much needed. So it's going to be interesting to see how Pepi plays it out moving forward. Malik Tillman also played in this one, 45 minutes. Rated him out at a 7.3, 25 of 28 passing, 46 touches, 3 in the box, 5 of 7 ground duels. Was not Malik Tillman from the week before, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen every single week. He did look very good. He did look very good on the wing. And that's usually where he plays for PSV. Richie Ledesma did not play. Turning to FC Utrecht, they had a 2-1 win over AZ Alkmaar. Paxton Aronson scored in this one. He played 45 minutes. I rated him out at 7.7. 8 of 11 passes, 25 touches, 8 defensive actions, 4 of 5 ground duels. But obviously it was his one shot, the goal on his one shot. And this is what you want to see. This is exactly what you want to see. Another solid performance. For the most part, he's been good this season when he's appeared. I thought that he should have been a part of last September's camp with his brother. I thought both Aronson brothers had earned the right to be there. Maybe we'll see it this upcoming time around against Panama and Mexico. We'll see. But that's the thing. It's like when you have these guys making these type of performances, it's hard to leave them out. Oh, by the way, who made an appearance in this game? Taylor Booth, who had been out for a while. He got 6 minutes in this one. 3 touches. He came in at the end of this one, so I'm really happy that Taylor finally got to see it. He's been dealing with a little bit of injury, and I'm glad to see that he was able to appear in this one. Now, obviously, the want for everybody is for Taylor Booth to work his way back into a starting position. Obviously, he appeared during the Olympics in the summer. I thought he was one of 3 of the best players on that team next to Griffin Yow and Kevin Paredes. And, I think that I think that Taylor has a future with the U.S. men's national team. But right now, I think right now the play is to continue to stay healthy, get back into a regular rotation, and then get to the point where you're going to be starting. So we're talking like past Christmas, in that whatever time it's going to take you to get to that point, and then the second half just hit the ground running. Turning to Germany, so we have Leonard Maloney in Heidenheim's 2-0 win over Mainz. He got in at the end of the match, didn't really do much, but he did get in the match. Julian Green did play this week, and they had a 2-1 win over Fortuna Dusseldorf. He played the full 90, 6.7 rating, 46 of 51 passes, 69 touches, 8 of 10 crosses. No, beg your pardon, 4 of 10 crosses in Gurian for his win over Fortuna. Now, here's the weird thing. He has been absolutely great. And I think it's worth mentioning here. And I've been keeping my eye on him for a while now. And the reason being is because sorry about that. There we go. Yeah. Gruther Firth. That's the name of his team. Sorry about that. And the reason why I've been keeping my eye on him is because you kind of have to. Because essentially from August 24th all the way to September 21st, he's been averaging, as far as my ratings go, he's been averaging 7 points or better. And of course, in the summer, he was in the 8s. He literally has been so far, essentially from preseason all the way to now, he's been absolutely red hot. And the thing about this is, it's during Greg Berhalter's 6 years, he didn't utilize the entire player pool. He just had his guys, and that was it. He was going to live and die by it. And Julian Green obviously was frozen out because he was a Jurgen Klinsmann guy. And one of the things you have to do is you have to pay attention to the entire pool. And a guy like Julian Green, who dual net, who just is good. And that's the thing. It's especially when you consider Tim Weah is going to be out. For how long, we don't know yet. And you have a guy who can play the 8. He can also be on either side of the wing. He's going to be able to give you that top end speed that's going to be able to do exactly what Timothy Weah does. Now, is he better than Timmy? I don't know. Probably not, but still, though, these are the things that you have to keep your eye on. And even in a loss, he's still good. He's still good. Like Busio with Venezia. He's still good. Kevin Paredes did not play. Still dealing with the ankle injury. Joe Scally, as Borussia Mönchengladbach beat Union Berlin 1-0. He played the full 90, 7.8 rating, 62 of 72 passing, 112 touches, 5 of 8 ground duels, 3 of 4 aerial duels. He was awesome. So good that he made the Bundesliga Team of the Week. Jordan Pefok, on the opposite side of this one, he played 79 minutes, 5.8 rating. Wasn't really all that great. 22 touches, 7 of 13 passes, 1 chance created. Yeah, it was what it was, man. Turning to the Belgian Pro League, Marlon Fossey of Standard Liège. They lost to Westerlo 2-1. But he was awesome, man. 7.6 rating. He played 86 minutes, 4 chances created, 32 of 36 passing, 62 touches, 4 in the box, 2 of 4 on corners. And again, this, I said it right from the top. We had a very good weekend for U.S. men's national team players. These are the type of performances that, from week to week, it's the consistency that you're looking for. Marlon Fossey giving it to you guys. On the opposite one with Westerlo, Griffin Yao did not play again. Still dealing with the knee injury, but Brian Reynolds did play in this one. He played the full 90, and I rated him out at a 7.3. And he was 13 of 20 passing, 49 touches, 2 of 3 accurate long balls, 13 defensive actions, 7 recoveries. He was good. He was very good for Westerlo. And that's a name you really don't hear a lot of, especially at the wingback positions. But he was like, that's the thing. That's what you get on the show is, you might, you're gonna get some names that are not necessarily household names, and Brian Reynolds, good performances will stand out. Turning to the domestics, Jordan Morris. As the Seattle Sounders beat the Houston Dynamo 1-0. He rated out at 7.1, played the full 90, created 2 shots, 7 of 8, 8 of 17 passing, 23 touches, 4 inside the box. Did not get on the score sheet this time. And of course, Jordan's been absolutely red hot with my Seattle Sounders. Yep. Not a bad performance, not a great performance, but, he is 100% in form. Timmy Ream. Looks like Charlotte drew 1-1 with Miami. He played the full 90, rated out about 6.9-ish. Wasn't too terribly great. They had him at the left back position. It's a weird one for Charlotte. 46 of 50 passing, 59 touches, 7 passes in the final third, 5 recoveries. It was okay. Nothing crazy. We have John Tolkien in this one. New York Red Bulls, what are you doing? They got hammered 5-1 against NYCFC. Tolkien did play the full 90, 5.3 rating, 30 of 52 passes, 87 touches, 2 of 8 crosses, 7 corners. Was not good. Yeah. And that's the thing. I like John. And I do hope that he makes the move this January. He's going to need it. He's got to get out. He's got to get into a league that's going to be right at the level. I think it's the Eredivisie that makes the most sense. But this one was all types of cringe. Zim. Yeah. Zimmerman. Walker Zimmerman. Zim. Nashville lost on this one. 2-1 to New England. He had a decent game. 7.1 rating. Played the full 90. 40 to 52 passes. 68 touches. 6 passes into the final third. 3 of 3 ground duels. He was good. And of course, Zim is probably our best center back when it comes to the aerials. But for those that are wondering why I didn't mention the Celtic boys, because it's Celtic. I'm not a big fan of Cameron Carter-Vickers to begin with. And Austin Trusty pissed me off by moving to Celtic, taking the bag. I can't fault the guy. But, when you move to Celtic, it is what it is. Quickly, Jalen Neal did not play for the LA Galaxy. But it is what it is. And that's your roundup. Listen, man, this is great. I love having these Mondays because it really does feel like the player pool maximized itself this week. It gives Mauricio Pochettino just something extra to look at, something else to consider, before he makes his ultimate call. But Let me know what you think, man. Tell me who you felt had a good week. Leave those answers down in the comments. Again, remember to hit the like and subscribe button, and join us tomorrow as we are back with the full show, and it should be fun, man. Until then, man, have a great day.